So we are in lovely Colorado, amazing mountain scenery behind us, and you know what I think would be a really sick idea?
What's that?
When was the last time you had a touch-up?
Oh, it's been years.
It has been, right?
Yeah, it's been a long time since my last touch-up.
I have the equipment here, I got the needle, I got the pigment. Why don't we shoot some cool footage and do your touch-up here?
I'm ready if you are.
Ready to do this?
Oh, let's do it.
Let's do it. Greg, how do you feel about lowering the hairline a little bit?
Yeah, I think it's time to kind of
Yeah?
not too much, but I think we can do a little bit.
Let's do it. Bring some years back on your age here. All right, let me draw something. As always, like we tell the clients, let you take a look before we get started, right?
It's kind of fun to be on the other side of it.
Forget what it's about, right? We'll make sure that there's a little bit of jaggedness or irregularity at the edge so that it looks, supernatural.
Okay.
So go take a look, tell me if you like it, and then we'll make adjustments. So I think it's good to explain to clients what touch-ups look like after having the treatment for years, what we're actually doing on a touch-up. And what I'm doing here with Greg is his treatment is held up very well. He takes really good care of his skin. The color is there and it's held well, but may have lightened up in certain areas. There might be some skin that's starting to shine through a little bit more. I'm looking to just create a nice even density, a fairly open density of pigment, and scatter that on top of the existing treatment, but in a way that creates some depth and layer to it. So we're basically creating these new impressions and follicles on top of the previous treatment that gives it some depth and gives it some dimension, which is really cool. And again, that's why it's very important that the treatment does fade out over time, does lighten, and we don't want to do touch-ups every 6 months. It takes really years for that to be the case. But when you come back years later, the goal is really just to spruce it up. It shouldn't need much work, but just a little bit of re-strengthening, especially in areas that may have lightened, or as I say, God forbid, if you lost a little more hair or thin out a little more. Now, we always blend pigment into existing hair, but if there was a great deal of further hair loss, then we want to hit those spots as well. So it's always good to check in with your scalp practitioner after several years, have them take a look and see if there's any help with additional pigment that can actually further along and really re-strengthen that treatment. So let me ask you, man, it's been, I'd say close to 4 years right now since your last touch-up, and honestly, the pigment has held amazing. What are you doing to maintain that? What kind of skin regimen do you have?
Yeah, so I mean, it's really pretty simple, but it's something that I do on a daily basis. I'll use a lotion on my scalp every day. I'll do it in the morning. I wake up. After I shower every morning. So once I get out of the
That's
shower,
good, Greg. I'm glad to hear that.
So once I get out of the shower, I'll just dab a little bit on my finger, about the size of a dime, and rub it up on my head. And then about 15 seconds later, I'll take the anti-shine and I'll put a little bit of that up on top over it, and then I'm good to go. For the rest of the day.
I think it's so important that men learn to really take care of their skin and their scalps. It's something that I didn't do before. I never thought about slapping moisturizer or rinsing, appropriately in the shower, but skincare is good scalp micropigmentation care. I've always said that, take care of your skin and the treatment's going to retain pigment, it's going to be vibrant, it's going to be, healthy, and that's the key, and that's really what I stress. I'm sure you stress the same to your clients.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that I really see is I see that when someone comes in to see me for that first session, they the skin a lot of times is not really as good of quality as it's going to be once they get into that routine. So you notice a big difference for somebody who maybe moisturizes just as their routine before coming in.
Right.
Really helps in terms of applying the treatment itself.
Yeah, I think what's incredible is that when we started, there was really maybe less than a handful of actual clinics doing scalp micropigmentation. It was still super niche. And I know you can agree with me now, 10 years into this, every major city has a scalp clinic. There's a lot more talent out there. There's a lot more expertise in the business, and there's just so much more awareness. You know, when I was looking for this, I had to dive deep into like the hair loss forums to find this kind of new innovative hair loss solution, and is it gonna work? What's going on? And now, flash forward to that, like you go on YouTube, type scalp micropigmentation in, and you could be on YouTube into the wee hours of the night doing research, which I think is incredible for, you know, people to be able to get more comfortable with the treatment.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, even for me, I mean, I still love going on and watching the videos, like our videos. You know, I see you guys put up, you know, a video in New York, and you know, I'm like, let me go check this out. Let me go watch it. It's the same as it was back then. And it's even more fun to think about, you know, how much more we're going to be doing too. You know, how much the industry is going to continue to grow and evolve as the more and more people learn about this and see treatments that look the way that we need them to look, obviously.
Right.
And I think that's how this industry continues to, you know, kind of keep on growing.
Well, the part of the reason we came up here to Colorado with the other scalp buddies here at Scalp Micro USA is to really talk about how do we, you know, drive scalp micropigmentation into the future. What new tactics and tools and products can we, you know, create and launch, both for the clients and for the artists that are performing the treatment. So that's why we came up here. And now we...
and I got a touch-up out of it too.
How about that, huh?
Hey, what's up, guys? So it's the morning after my touch-up session. Took us maybe 45 minutes or an hour. Was really easy. Dropped my hairline down a bit, and I feel great. I feel so much younger. I'm so excited for my new look.
Feeling, bro.
Feeling good. Feeling good. That's what it's all about right there.